Westbridge Academy, a private school for the rich, the privileged, and if you ask certain students, the right kind of people. Right now, all eyes were locked on one scene. Zara Mitchell had just turned the corner. She wasn't thinking about drama. She had AP Calculus in 5 minutes and a quiz waiting for her. But the universe had other plans. Standing in the middle of the hallway, blocking her path like a bad movie villain, was Logan Brooks, 6 feet 2 inches, blonde, built like a football linebacker, and worst of all, arrogant. He had money, connections, and a nasty habit of treating people like they were beneath him. And today, his target was Zara. She knew what was coming before he even opened his mouth. Well, Logan sneered, leaning against the lockers, his voice dripping with mockery. Looks like somebody got lost. You sure you're in the right place, Zara? A few students stopped walking. Others slowed, just enough to hear what was happening. But no one said a word. Westbridge Academy had an unspoken rule. If Logan Brooks was picking on someone, you stayed out of it. Zara tightened her grip on the strap of her backpack. She wasn't in the mood for this. She had spent too many days ignoring his snide comments, too many months acting like his words didn't sting. But today, something felt different. She exhaled sharply. Move, Logan. I don't have time for your garbage today. That was the wrong answer. Logan's smirk widened. Oh, you think you can talk to me like that? He stepped closer, towering over her. You don't belong here, Mitchell. This school isn't for... Shove. Zara barely stumbled, but the meaning behind it was loud and clear, a warning. A challenge. A mistake. Gasps rippled through the crowd. A few students pulled out their phones. This wasn't just bullying anymore. This was a show. Zara tilted her head, locking eyes with Logan. You really don't want to do this, she said, her voice calm. Too calm. Logan scoffed. Or what? You gonna run and cry to a teacher? Go ahead, little girl. This ain't your place. Another shove. Harder this time. The crowd tensed. Zara rolled her shoulders, exhaling slowly. All right, she muttered. You asked for it. She dropped her backpack, and before Logan could blink, bam! In one swift move, Zara grabbed his arm, twisted her body, and flipped him over her shoulder. Logan hit the floor hard. A loud, sickening thud silenced the entire hallway. For the first time in his life, Logan Brooks wasn't on top. He wasn't the king of the school. He was flat on his back, staring up at the ceiling, his pride shattered into 1,000 tiny pieces. Silence. Then, oh my God, someone screamed. Then came the laughter. Then the claps. Then the cheers. Zara adjusted her backpack and stepped over Logan like he was nothing but a speed bump. Told you, she said, her voice as casual as ever. The crowd exploded. People were high-fiving. Phones were out recording. Someone even yelled, "World star!" Logan groaned, rolling onto his side, his face beet red, his hands clenched into fists. This wasn't over. Not even close. By lunchtime, the whole school knew what had happened. Videos of Zara flipping Logan had already gone viral on social media. Yo, she straight up destroyed him. I didn't know Zara could fight like that. She's a freaking ninja, bro. People who had never even spoken to Zara before suddenly wanted to sit with her. They wanted to know how she did it, where she learned to fight, if she could teach them. But not everyone was happy. Logan wasn't just humiliated, he was furious, and he wanted revenge. By the next morning, Westbridge Academy wasn't just talking about Zara flipping Logan Brooks. They were obsessed with it. The video had blown up overnight. It wasn't just on student group chats anymore. It had made its way to Instagram, TikTok, even Twitter. The title? Rich Kid Gets Destroyed by Black Girl at Elite School. But while the school laughed, Logan seethed. He had spent years building his reputation. Years making sure that everyone at Westbridge knew his name, feared him, respected him. And now, he was a joke, a meme. And there was only one way to fix that. By making Zara Mitchell regret she ever embarrassed him. Zara should have seen it coming. Maybe if she wasn't busy dodging high fives and answering nonstop questions about her martial arts training, she would have noticed the whispers, the way people looked at her with a mix of admiration and fear, the way Logan and his boys stayed unusually quiet that morning, watching her from a distance. But she didn't. So, when lunchtime rolled around and she got a text from an unknown number, "Meet me at the gym after school. No cameras. Let's settle this." She barely hesitated. Of course it was Logan. And of course he wanted a rematch. She wasn't scared. She should have been. Westbridge Academy's gym was huge. High ceilings, polished wood floors, championship banners hanging from the rafters. But at 4:15 p.m., it was empty. Or at least that's how it looked. Zara stepped inside, her sneakers barely making a sound. The second the door slammed shut behind her, she knew she wasn't alone. "Big mistake coming here, Mitchell." Logan's voice echoed through the gym. Zara turned, and there he was, but he wasn't alone. Behind him stood three guys, Ethan, Marcus, and Trent. His goons. Big, dumb, and loyal to Logan no matter what. So that's how it was going to be. Zara sighed. 4 against 1? Wow, you really must be scared of me. Logan's face twitched. Shut up. He took a step forward. Then another. His eyes were different now. Darker. Meaner. "This isn't about being scared," he growled. "It's about respect." Logan swung first. A sloppy, wide punch. Full of rage. No control. Zara dodged effortlessly. Amateur. Then Ethan lunged. She ducked, sweeping his legs. He collapsed. Marcus came next, trying to grab her from behind. Bad move. She elbowed him hard in the ribs. Crack. He stumbled back, gasping for air. Trent hesitated. Big mistake. Zara spun, kicking him square in the chest. He flew backward, hitting the floor with a thud. 3 down. 1 left. Logan's face was pure rage now. He rushed at her, throwing wild punches. Desperate. Sloppy. Weak. She dodged every single one. Then, bam. A lightning-fast kick to his gut sent him staggering. Zara stepped forward, grabbed his collar, and slammed him into the gym floor. He gasped, stunned. She crouched over him, her voice low. "Dangerous. Don't ever touch me again." And just like that, Westbridge Academy had a new queen. The gym doors burst open. What the hell is going on here? Coach Reynolds' voice echoed through the massive space, his expression thunderous. Zara didn't even flinch. She released Logan's collar, standing tall as the other 3 boys groaned in pain on the floor. Logan, still gasping for breath, managed to glare up at her. His pride was shattered, but his hate burned hotter than ever. "You're in big trouble," Mitchell, he wheezed. Zara scoffed. "I defended myself." Reynolds stormed over, his eyes darting between the unconscious, groaning boys and Zara, who didn't have a scratch on her. "What happened?" he demanded. Logan, desperate to save face, forced himself to sit up. "She jumped us," he spat. "She ambushed me and my friends." Zara raised an eyebrow. "Really? That's your story?" Ethan groaned from the ground. "Coach, Shut up," Logan snapped, but it was too late. Reynolds' sharp eyes caught the hesitation. The guilt. The fear. "I see." His voice was calm now, too calm. "Logan, you and your goons, my office. Now." Logan's face twisted. But now. He had no choice but to obey, dragging himself up with whatever dignity he had left. Before he left, he turned and shot Zara a look filled with venom. "This isn't over." Zara didn't even blink. It never is. And then he was gone. Reynolds turned to her. "Mitchell, with me. Now." "Here we go." Zara sat in the headmaster's office, arms crossed, as Dean Holloway eyed her like she was a ticking bomb. "I've received multiple reports," he began, steepling his fingers, "of you physically assaulting several students." Zara didn't flinch. "I defended myself." Holloway sighed. "You flipped a student in the middle of the hallway yesterday. Today, you sent 4 of them to the nurse's office." She shrugged. "They attacked me first." His lips thinned. "Do you have proof?" Her jaw clenched. Logan had made sure no cameras were in the gym. No witnesses. But she had something better. Reaching into her pocket, she pulled out her phone and tapped a video file. "Play." On the screen, Logan's voice rang loud and clear. "Big mistake coming here, Mitchell." Then his threats. His admission of wanting revenge. The fight unfolding exactly as it had happened. Holloway's eyes widened slightly. Coach Reynolds, standing at the back of the office, smirked. "Well," the headmaster muttered, rubbing his temple. "that changes things." By the next morning, Logan Brooks was officially suspended. His father, a high-profile businessman, tried to make it disappear, but the video was already out. Parents called. The school board got involved. Logan was done. But instead of relief, Zara felt uneasy. Logan was humiliated. He lost everything. And guys like him, they didn't just accept defeat. They got even. Zara walked to her car after school, but the moment she reached for the handle, a chill ran down her spine. Her tires were slashed. Her windshield spray-painted with one word: payback. Her stomach clenched. This wasn't over. It was just beginning.